21 open-world games, all worth every single penny. Your PlayStation library is absolutely stacked right now. I handpicked every game on this list carefully, and I'm pretty sure your next favorite is in here. I'm not talking about games that are just good or only worth it when they're on sale. I'm talking about full-blown masterpieces, must-play experiences that are worth every penny. Let's jump right in. Rage 2. You know that feeling when a game just clicks with your inner chaos? That's Rage 2 in a nutshell. It's not here to tell some deep emotional story, it's here to let you blow stuff up in the most stylish way possible. The world is this neon-soaked wasteland filled with bandits, mutants, and insane vehicles that make you feel like you're in a Mad Max fever dream. The gunplay? Pure bliss. Every weapon feels punchy, loud, and satisfying, especially when you start mixing in the special abilities that let you dash, slam, and basically turn into a one-man army. The missions aren't always groundbreaking, but the freedom of how you approach them makes it worth every minute. This is one of those games you play when you just want to turn off your brain, shoot everything that moves, and have fun doing it. It's pure, over-the-top entertainment. Not perfect, but absolutely worth full price for the sheer fun and adrenaline it gives you. Sometimes, that's all a gamer needs. 2. Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Now, this is a game that doesn't just entertain, it makes you feel. Death Stranding 2 isn't just another sequel, it's a continuation of something deeply personal. Kojima somehow manages to turn solitude into art. You're walking through hauntingly beautiful landscapes where silence says more than any dialogue ever could. It's emotional, strange, and kind of philosophical at times. The visuals are absolutely mind-blowing, from the way the sand moves beneath your feet to the tiny details in the sky that make you stop and just stare. But what makes this one special is how it builds on connection. Every bridge you build, every delivery you make, it all feels like it matters. It's about rebuilding a broken world, one step at a time. This isn't a game you rush, it's one you experience. You'll laugh, you'll get frustrated, and sometimes you'll just sit there watching the horizon, and somehow that feels right. It's not a game for everyone, but if you open your mind to it, it'll be one of the most unforgettable journeys you'll ever take on your PS5. 3. Ghost of Yotei feels like poetry in motion. It's not just another samurai game, it's a spiritual journey wrapped in breathtaking art. You ride across sweeping valleys, through misty forests, past temples hidden in the mountains, and you feel like you're living inside a painting. The attention to detail is unreal. Birds guiding you to secrets, snow crunching under your boots, the soft glow of the sunset on your katana. Every duel feels like a cinematic masterpiece, precise, tense, and satisfying. But what really stands out is how emotional the storytelling is. It's quiet, almost meditative at times, but it hits deep. You're constantly torn between honor and survival, peace and vengeance. And somehow even the side quests feel meaningful, like small pieces of a larger, beautiful story about redemption. This is a game that respects your time, respects your choices, and gives back in pure immersion. If you ever wanted to escape reality and live a moment of pure artistry, Ghost of Yotei is worth every cent. 4. Monster Hunter Wilds. Every time I play Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm reminded of why I fell in love with gaming in the first place. It's that raw, thrilling sense of discovery, of facing something so massive, so alive, that you can't help but feel small in comparison. Each hunt is its own adventure. You track your prey across stormy deserts, dense jungles, and vast open plains, where the weather can change in seconds. You're constantly reading the environment, footprints, claw marks, broken trees, every clue pulling you deeper into the world. Then, when the monster finally appears, that's when the magic happens. The fights are intense, unpredictable, and deeply satisfying.
You might spend 20 minutes battling one beast, dodging, countering, healing, until that final strike lands and you just yell in victory. That's pure gaming bliss. The world feels more alive than ever, with creatures interacting, hunting each other, reacting to storms and terrain. It's one of the few games that makes you earn every win, and that's exactly why it's worth full price. It's not just a game, it's a world that demands your respect.
5. Mafia Definitive Edition. Man, Mafia Definitive Edition is pure old-school storytelling at its best. This isn't one of those games that bombards you with icons on the map. It's focused, cinematic, and deeply atmospheric. You're stepping into the shoes of Tommy Angelo, a guy who just wanted to make a living but ends up deep in the world of crime, loyalty, and betrayal. Every mission feels like a scene from a classic gangster movie. The cars, the jazz, the tension, all of it pulls you straight into the 1930s. What I love most here is the pacing. It doesn't waste your time. You drive through the city at night, rain hitting the windshield, soft music playing on the radio, and you feel like you're there. The characters actually matter, the story hits hard, and by the end, you'll realize how few games tell a complete, satisfying story like this one. This is more than just a remake. It's a masterclass in narrative design, and absolutely worth full price just to experience one of the most immersive crime dramas ever made. 6. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is one of those games that completely takes over your brain for weeks. It's massive, emotional, and absolutely gorgeous. Every single area you explore feels handcrafted, from quiet villages with warm lights and ambient chatter to massive open fields filled with secrets. The combat system hits that perfect sweet spot between strategy and action. Every battle feels intense but fun, especially when you start combining abilities between characters. But what really makes it shine is the emotional storytelling. You don't just play this game, you live it. You feel the friendships, the loss, the moments of hope. And the voice acting? Man, it's some of the best out there. There were moments that had me just sitting there, controller down, thinking about what just happened. That's rare. Rebirth takes everything we loved about the original and pushes it into something unforgettable. It's not just a remake, it's a rebirth in every sense. And yes, it's 100% worth every cent. 7. Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West is one of those games that constantly makes you stop and just say, wow. You can't help it. Every mountain, every ruin, every robot dinosaur towering in the distance, it's a masterpiece of visual design. But beyond the beauty, it's a deeply satisfying game to play. The combat is smooth and tactical, letting you plan your approach, set traps, and take down machines in the most epic ways possible. And Aloy, she's one of the best protagonists PlayStation's ever had. Strong, curious, and human in the best way. The story builds on everything from the first game, but adds so much depth. You learn more about the world, the tribes, and the mystery behind the ancient tech that destroyed civilization. And those side quests, they're not filler. Each one feels like a mini adventure with meaning and heart. This is the kind of game that justifies owning a PS5. It's beautiful, challenging, emotional, and pure next-gen magic. Totally worth full price. 8. Elden Ring. Elden Ring, where do I even start? This game redefined what an open world experience could be. It's not just big, it's alive. Every cliff, every ruined castle, every shadowy forest feels like it's hiding something, and usually it is. What makes Elden Ring so incredible is how it respects your curiosity. There's no hand-holding, no map markers shouting, "Go here." You just explore, and in that exploration, you find awe, fear, and triumph. Every victory feels earned, and every defeat teaches you something. The bosses? Brutal, but unforgettable. The sense of scale, the lore, the quiet moments when you just ride through a golden field at sunset, it's gaming perfection.
It's not just about difficulty, it's about discovery, about pushing forward and realizing just how capable you are. Few games make you feel this much. And that's why Elden Ring is worth full price. Not for what it gives you, but for what it makes you feel while playing it. A masterpiece, through and through. Number 9, Spider-Man 2. Man, Spider-Man 2 is pure joy. Like, this game doesn't just make you feel like Spider-Man, it makes you feel like you are Spider-Man. Swinging through New York has never felt this good. The speed, the flow, the transitions, everything feels so smooth, it's insane. But what makes this game shine is how it balances everything. Intense action, emotional storytelling, and pure fun. Switching between Peter and Miles adds so much variety. They both have their own vibe and movesets that keep the gameplay fresh. And the story? Wow. It's emotional, darker, and full of those no-way moments that make you just sit back and take it in. It's not just about saving the city. It's about responsibility, loss, and friendship. Every upgrade, every new ability, every villain encounter feels earned. You'll laugh, you'll tear up, you'll feel like a hero. This isn't just a sequel, it's the superhero experience that every fan dreams of. Totally worth every single dollar.
Cyberpunk 2077. Okay, let's be real. Cyberpunk 2077 had a rough start, but now it's one of the best open world RPGs ever made, hands down. Night City is absolutely insane. It's alive, it's vibrant, it's dangerous. You can walk down any street and feel like you're in a completely different world. The detail here is ridiculous. Every neon sign, every shady alley, every NPC doing something weird. What really hooks you is the story. It's dark, it's emotional, and it makes you think. You're not just doing missions, you're living a story about identity, power, and what it means to be human in a world where everything can be bought or modified. The characters are unforgettable, especially V and Johnny Silverhand. Their dynamic alone could carry the whole game. Add the expansion Phantom Liberty, and it becomes one of the most complete, satisfying experiences on PS5. This is a redemption story, both for the devs and for us players. If you skipped it because of the launch, now is the time to fix that mistake. 11. Mad Max. Mad Max is one of the most underrated open world games ever. Seriously, no one talks about it enough. The atmosphere here is incredible. The wasteland feels harsh, dry, and endless, yet somehow beautiful. You can practically feel the heat coming off the sand. Driving through the desert in your customized magnum opus, fighting off raiders, and watching a sandstorm roll in, it's pure cinematic madness. The car combat is brutal and satisfying, and the hand-to-hand brawls feel heavy and real. But what really got me hooked was the sense of solitude. That feeling of surviving in a dying world, scraping by with whatever you can find. There's a quiet beauty to it. It's not flashy, it's not trying to impress you. It's raw, gritty, and incredibly immersive. Every upgrade, every scavenged part, every fight for fuel feels meaningful. It's the kind of game that gets under your skin and stays there. If you've never played it, you're missing a gem that deserves every bit of love and every cent.
12. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If realism had a poster child, it'd be Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. This game doesn't hold your hand, and that's what makes it so damn good. It throws you into medieval Europe, no magic, no dragons, just dirt, blood, and survival. Everything feels authentic, the combat, the dialogue, even how you have to learn swordsmanship properly. You can't just button mash, you have to think. The world feels alive in a way few games manage. Villages bustle during the day, people have routines, and your choices genuinely matter. The sequel takes everything from the first game and amplifies it. Bigger world, deeper story, and a more personal connection to Henry, the protagonist. I love how grounded it all feels. It's not about being a hero, it's about becoming one. You earn your victories, you suffer your losses, and you feel every step of the journey. It's not just an open world RPG, it's a time machine that drops you into history and dares you to survive it.
Worth every second, worth every penny. 13. Days Gone. Man, Days Gone gets way too much hate for what it actually is. One of the most underrated open-world games on the PS5. There's something special about its atmosphere. You're not just fighting freakers, you're fighting loneliness, loss, and that constant sense of danger that never leaves you. Riding through Oregon on your bike at sunset, hearing the growl of an incoming horde, it's just different. The bike itself feels like your lifeline, your best friend in this world gone wrong. You fix it, upgrade it, rely on it to get through everything. And the story? It sneaks up on you. Deacon St. John might look like your typical tough biker dude, but the emotion he carries, man, it hits hard. His loyalty, his grief, his drive to keep going when everything's falling apart, that's what makes this game special. It's not perfect, but it's raw, honest, and unforgettable. Every time I replay it, I find something new to love. Trust me, it's absolutely worth every penny.
14. Dying Light: The Beast. If you thought the first Dying Light was intense, The Beast takes it to a whole new level. This game feels alive, like the city itself is out to get you. The parkour system? Still one of the best in gaming, hands down. Running, climbing, vaulting, it's all fluid, fast, and so satisfying. But what makes The Beast so wild is the way it balances chaos and beauty. By day, you're scavenging, crafting, exploring, but when night hits, oh man, everything changes. The fear, the tension, that heartbeat sound when you're being chased, it's perfection. The story also digs deeper this time, with a darker tone and more emotional moments that actually hit. It's not just about surviving zombies anymore, it's about surviving yourself. Every upgrade, every weapon, every decision feels like it matters. And visually, stunning. This is one of those games that'll keep you saying, just one more mission until the sun comes up. Totally worth full price, no question.
15. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. There's not much left to say about The Witcher 3 that hasn't already been said. It's just that legendary. But even after all these years, it still feels magical every time I play it. The writing, the quests, the world, it's on another level. Every village, every swamp, every broken castle feels like it has a story to tell. And the characters? Unreal. Geralt, Yennefer, Ciri, Triss, they're more than just video game characters. They feel real. What I love most is how even the smallest side quest feels handcrafted. You never feel like you're wasting your time. Everything connects in some emotional or moral way. And the choices you make, they actually matter. Plus, the next-gen update made it even more beautiful on PS5. Sharper visuals, smoother combat, and those sunsets over Skellige? Breathtaking. This game is the definition of worth full price. It's one of those rare titles that defines what gaming should feel like. Immersive, emotional, and completely unforgettable.
"16. Hogwarts Legacy." Now this one, it's pure magic, literally. Hogwarts Legacy is every Harry Potter fan's dream come true. The moment you step into the castle, it's like being hit with a wave of nostalgia and wonder all at once. The attention to detail is just insane, from the shifting staircases to the portraits that whisper as you walk by. But even if you're not a massive Potterhead, the world here is incredible. The combat system surprised me. It's dynamic, stylish, and feels great once you start mixing spells together. Flying around on a broom or exploring the Forbidden Forest feels like a fantasy adventure come to life. And what I really appreciate is how personal it feels. You get to carve your own path, choose your house, and actually feel like you belong in that world. It's one of those rare open world games that manages to capture the feeling of wonder, something that reminds you why you fell in love with games in the first place. Worth it? Every single galleon.
17, Atomfall. Atomfall caught me completely off guard. It's dark, weird, and deeply atmospheric in a way most open-world games just aren't. You're dropped into this haunting version of post-apocalyptic Britain where everything feels off, like there's something in the air you can't quite explain. It's creepy, quiet, and strangely beautiful. The world feels alive in its own broken way. Overgrown towns, whispers in the wind, and fragments of what life used to be. What makes Atomfall special is the tone. It's not loud or action-heavy. It's subtle, mysterious, and story-driven. You're not saving the world, you're trying to understand it. Every note, every piece of dialogue makes you question what really happened. It feels handcrafted, personal, like an indie game with a AAA soul. If you love games that reward curiosity and patience, this one's worth every dollar. It's a slow burn, but man, when it hits, it hits.
18, Fallout 4. Fallout 4 is one of those games that just takes over your life. The second you step out of Vault 111 and see that wasteland, it's pure magic. There's this sense of loneliness mixed with freedom that no other game quite captures. You're rebuilding a world that's already gone, and somehow it's still full of life. Every corner hides a story, a diary in a ruined home, an abandoned diner with a skeleton still sitting at the counter, a vault experiment gone wrong. It's dark, sad, and sometimes hilarious. The customization is wild too. Building your settlements, crafting weapons, turning junk into something useful. You start to care about the people and places you rebuild. And that soundtrack, those old tiny radio hits playing while you fight off raiders, chef's kiss. Fallout 4 is one of those games that doesn't just entertain you, it stays with you. Easily one of the best open world experiences ever made.
19, Watch Dogs 2. Now this game, Watch Dogs 2, doesn't get nearly enough credit. It completely flips the tone of the first game. Instead of being dark and serious, it's bright, fun, and full of energy. You play as Marcus Holloway, a young hacker taking on the system with style and humor, and honestly, he's such a likable dude. The best part? Freedom. You can hack almost everything. Cars, cameras, even people's phones, and use it all to your advantage. Missions can be stealthy, smart, or pure chaos if you feel like it. The whole city of San Francisco feels alive and bursting with personality. What really makes it special is the team dynamic. You're not alone. You've got a crew that actually feels like friends. There's real chemistry and laughter. It's the kind of game that just makes you feel good playing it. Watch Dogs 2 is colorful, clever, and honestly one of Ubisoft's most underrated gems.
20, Red Dead Redemption 2. If we're talking full value for your money, Red Dead Redemption 2 might be the gold standard. This game isn't just a story, it's an experience. You play as Arthur Morgan, an outlaw trying to survive in a world that's slowly moving on without him, and it's heartbreaking in the best way possible. Every single detail feels handcrafted, from brushing your horse to sitting by the campfire talking to your gang. The world feels alive, like it's breathing around you. You can lose hours just exploring, fishing, or riding through the mountains watching the sunrise. But it's the story that'll wreck you. Redemption, loyalty, and the price of being human. The writing, the music, the emotions, it all hits hard. It's the kind of game that changes how you look at storytelling in video games. Worth every penny, every tear, every minute. No question. #21, Just Cause 3. Alright, let's start with Just Cause 3. If you've ever wanted to cause total chaos in a huge open world, this game is your playground.
You drop into the Mediterranean island of Medici with a wingsuit, grappling hook, and parachute. Basically everything to turn the world upside down. And you will. Cars fly, tanks explode, buildings crumble, and honestly, it never gets old. Rico Rodriguez, our main guy, is all about stunts, explosions, and one-liners. The story isn't Oscar material, but who cares when the gameplay is this insane? The world is massive, full of towns, military bases, and hidden spots just begging for destruction. The physics engine is wild, making every stunt feel epic. You can just go around blowing everything up, or tackle side missions and challenges to upgrade your gear. Either way, the game gives you freedom like few others do. It's messy, loud, and ridiculous in the best way possible. If you love open worlds where chaos is king, Just Cause 3 is a must-play. Seriously, it's pure fun from start to finish. And that's a wrap on our list of 21 open-world games worth every single penny. I seriously hope you found your next obsession here. These games aren't just fun, they're full-blown adventures that you won't forget. So grab your controller, dive in, and get ready to lose track of time in some amazing worlds. And hey, if you enjoyed this list, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because I've got plenty more gaming goodness coming your way.